What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Abe. This is Division 2. And a week and a half ago when I made my previous Division 2 video, I had no way of knowing that they would tank my main DPS build, which is this rifle build. But I think that with a couple changes, it's still viable. So I'll go from the bottom and work my way up here. I've got Fox's Prayer knee pads because of the damage to target out of cover. And generally speaking, I'm emphasizing weapon damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. But because it's a rifle build, I'm also getting as much headshot damage as I can. I'm maxing out these pre-multiplier bonuses like damage to target out of cover, damage to health, damage to armor, that sort of thing. So as we go through, this is kind of my philosophy. So it's very nice that it has rifle damage on here as well, and that's the named piece for the Overlord armaments. So that's my knee pad. For gloves, I've got weapon damage. I've got a Providence Defense because I don't have contractor's gloves yet. I've tried farming them. They haven't dropped for me yet, but that's where we're at. Critical hit chance, headshot damage, weapon damage. For my backpack, now this one I think still is good. I don't have the perfect roll on here for DPS, but I really appreciate the additional armor regeneration. It came with that, and I just re-rolled the stat to use the vigilance talent so that I could get 25% extra weapon damage if I don't take damage. Which, if I use this shield, is pretty easy to do. So those are these three pieces of gear. I've got the 2-set bonus for the Providence Defense. And you can shuffle these around as you want, right? So I think Providence Defense is sort of the primary or the core DPS set because you get headshot damage, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage, which are sort of the three big ones. I've got a Cheska holster here, and pretty good roll, but I only want the one piece here because it gives me an additional 10% critical hit chance. Again, weapon damage, critical hit chance, headshot damage. And right now, I've got the pristine example, but I think that because of the way they changed things, I'm going to swap that to... I'm going to have to figure out a better chest talent for this. And we can go look. But originally, pristine example was sort of the be-all, end-all, because it gives you this perfect focus talent, which gives you up to 60% extra damage if you're looking down a scope for more than 6 seconds, with 8x magnification or higher. Now, the way that used to work, that used to be a big, and this was where a big change happened, is you used to be able to pop your shield out, use your rifle, aim down the sights, and it wouldn't care whether you had a high magnification scope on it or not. It would still give you like an easy way to look around and good situational awareness. They nerfed that. And so now we're looking at something very different. And as such, I'm thinking I'll swap it back to a Providence Defense chest piece. What I really need to do is find a better or a good stat there. So for your headpiece, now if you didn't want to go with Providence Defense here and you still want to use your pristine example or you've got something else, Coyote's Mask, I've got a pretty good roll on it, so I like it. And you could also swap out for something else. So let's go, let's see. I don't think I've got good masks in here, but, yeah, I don't. Yeah, the Petrov Defense, I believe, is where the named gloves come from. So if we look, let's see. Obliterate, critical hits, increase weapon damage by 1%, up to 5 seconds. That's not bad. We could use that as our chest. That one's got focus. Grupo Sombra. We could use the one piece here instead of Coyote's Mask, and that gives you critical hit damage there. I don't personally want the named one because it gives me... I have to damage things with a skill, which I'm not doing. So we could farm up another Grupo Sombra. There's also Glass Cannon, which I would guess most people are going to revert to. Personally, I play far too recklessly to use a Glass Cannon build, and I just die really quickly. So So yeah, so food for thought. But we can go look. But before we get into looking for a new chest talent, the weapons I've got, I'm using the sniper specialization. And I've got the Baker's Dozen. My recommendation would be to skip the Baker's Dozen and to go and find a classic M1A. They may be nerfing that in the future. They may be taking the damage down 20% because it's pretty powerful. But either way, find yourself a classic M1A. Make sure that it's got damage to target out of cover if you can. And pick a stat, a talent that really is good. Because with Baker's Dozen, like, this looks pretty sweet. You know, your magazine capacity is increased 30%, missed shots from cover of 100% chance to return to the magazine. But do you really care? When I was running around with this previously, I was never in cover because I was always running around with my shield. So I never benefited from this except for the magazine capacity increase, which maybe that's worth doing. I've been running with the Dark Winter, which is the named 45 Vector SMG, and it's done pretty well for me. Grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. That's all good. You might consider something like Emmeline's Guard, because if something's that close to you, you may need more armor, in which case killing an enemy repairs 12% over 5 seconds, or an additional 12% if you manage to get a kill with a headshot. So something runs up on you, you kill them, you take them down with Emmeline's Guard, you get automatic stuff back. So worth considering. So, and then here, I don't have anything really special. I'm not a big, proponent of the specialization handgun. So you just pick something that works for you. This, you get 2 good shots. I don't know. It's up to you. Let's, I'll have to hold on to that because we can harvest that one. So anyway, so that's my build. And previously, I was running along with this digital scope, which really zooms you in. But in order to keep, let's see. Yeah, let's do the critical hit damage. In order to allow us to really functionally use it with our, let me take my own advice and switch to Emmeline's Guard, and we'll see how that goes. And let me change my loadout here. There we go. We'll swap to that chest. Now that chest, again, we aren't getting a great talent out of it, but let's look. Let's see here. I've not been super excited about the chest talents, or a lot of the talents, honestly. Let's see. This one's got focus on it, so we can switch that out since we're not going to care about that. But alright, so skill damage I don't really care about. Skill kills. Weapon and skill damage by 15% to pulsed. I don't run with a pulse. Let's see, more skill. And this one's nice if you're going to be staying in cover quite a bit, which on my tech build I use something like this just for a little bit of added bonus. This one, if you pair it, if you're willing to give up the 12% or the 25% damage bonus from Vigilance, if you pair Intimidate with the Backpack Bloodsucker, where you're getting bonus armor every time you kill something, paired with this, if you're killing things closer, does additional damage. But are you generally with a rifle, are you going to be taking out things within 10 meters? I didn't find that I was, so maybe not. And this is survival, deploying shield. Okay, that's good. Bonus armor, glass cannon again. Maybe because I shouldn't be taking damage, I can use that. But weapon swapping, I don't want to do much weapon swapping. Again in cover, skill damage, critical hits. So this, for me, this might be the only other option. But I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that blows my skirt up, and yeah, I'm not 30% armor. Yeah. So you see, that's it. So I don't know. So right now I'm gonna run with what I've got, And I'm going to go test it out here. I've got a bounty that I was about to go do. And I used to be able to do bounties and other stuff on heroic pretty easily. I'm going to go here. But pretty easily with this rifle build. And now I haven't really fully tested it by swapping, by not having focus, because that's going to make me do 60% less damage, and also by not being able to gain the benefits of that pretty powerful scope. So let's see. We're going to look at, nope, I want to go to bounties. And what the hell, let's do the one that's here. Only one boss here, that's good. And let's see. All right, let's get to it. So by running with my shield right now, I've got the shield and the self-revive. By running that combo, I don't have any way to heal myself outside of med packs. So it really relies on me doing my best not to take any damage. Alright, let's see here. Maybe I'll turn this up a little bit. I've got the sound in the game turned down, both so that you can hear me and so that, yeah, there's proper balance. I don't want to be involved in this execution. And I think I may get myself killed trying to run through it. We'll see. Nope. Nope. Oh, no. Yep. Looks like they decided that... Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. So I'm getting further away. Well, let's see. Where are we going?
Agent requesting backup.
That's where we're going. Sorry, people who are being executed. Better luck next time. Alright. You might want to get out of here, doggo. Alright, so we pop our shield. And we see what's going on over here. I guess the alternative is you work with the focus, and maybe we'll test that out too. You work with focus on your chest piece, and you just deal with the heavily scoped rifle. So as you can see, I'm putting out decent damage. I'm not the best shot. I'm definitely not the best at this game, so don't take my failures as an indication that the build is terrible. It might still be terrible. I'll give you that. Let's see. I feel like there's a mission that has you over here as well. Good shit. All right. I mean, I know we're all down for some good shit. All right. The nice thing about giving up focus is now I don't have to wait 6 or however many seconds for for that to charge up. That guy had a bad day. Just poked his head out. Got his head blown off. Come on, Abe. Get it together, man. So I'm trying to do this while my son gets his first nap of the day. Not my best shooting. God damn. I am missing a lot. Okay. Most of these things, maybe I should be paying better attention to them, but at this point, a lot of the stuff that drops, is just garbage by comparison. So in general, a lot of these DPS builds are going to be very similar, if not the same. You'll swap out one or two pieces, and you'll cater the talents to what you want. To what you're working with, but like if you have an LMG build, it's going to be very similar to this. Who do we want to shoot first? Well, I don't like grenades being thrown at me, so... Yeah, sometimes I find that instead of picking out headshots and like taking my time, that the refire on this gun is pretty quick, and that maybe just unloading shots is more effective and for me quicker. I mean, I play on the PC, so theoretically I should be able to just be grabbing headshots left and right like it's nothing, but I don't play a ton of shooters, and my skills are not what some people's are, to say the least. In all of these games, I can't help but think of that movie Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where where he's chasing after, I forget who. He was chasing after somebody, but he yells out the window, "Don't make me chase you! I hate to run!" I always think about that in most of these games that I play. Okay, alright. That's how we're gonna play it. That's fine. I think I will clear out. Oh, yep. Waiting for my shield to recharge, and that's why the vigilance is a good stat, because if I don't, if I'm not going to be running around until my shield is back, then why do I care about waiting, about having taken damage? I'm just going to, the moment the shield is gone and I take a little damage, I'm just going to, god damn it, I'm just going to back off and let the shield regenerate anyway, which will take at least 4 seconds. Really? A rocket launcher? That seems imbalanced. Yeah, eat your own grenade, lady. Death sticks. There we go. Alright, well, so the build is doing pretty well. Seems like it's... I mean, that was on heroic, so food for thought. Alright, so with that, obviously these aren't great rolls by any stretch. We won't belabor the point here, but that's my build. At least that's the first build that I've been working with. I've been building out a couple others to try to give myself different playstyle options. and we can go through those in the next few days. But yeah, thanks for being here, and I will catch you in the next video.